Now we have created the application. We even tested it from the mobile app. So if you have not covered this part, please refer to the earlier videos. But we don't want to always allow the task creation to be done by the end user from their mobile applications. In a lot of operational scenarios, you would want to initiate and assign the task from a central team to your end users. So Zorp provides that provision. So in this video, we will see how to create tasks from the central location and assign it to specific users in a given team. Before that, we will see about a control which we provide at a workflow level, which will allow a user to create a task from their phone. Okay, go to workflow settings, and there is an option called configure task creation for Zorp app. Now, if this option is enabled, all the roles where the checkbox is checked will be able to create this task from their mobile application. If this, you can change the access for each of these roles and hit publish for more roles to have access to create this task from their mobile application. If you disable this, none of the users will have access to create this task from their mobile app, and all the task creation needs to happen from web. All you have to do is hit publish, and this configuration is live. Now, one other thing is that when we create a task, we might want to provide some inputs to the task. Like for example, if there is a delivery you want to do, the order ID and the customer location needs to be sent as an input for the input while creating the task. So, or if let's say you are doing something around battery swapping, the vehicle number should be given as an input so that you know which vehicle the battery swapping is being done. So we have an option to determine which data fields need to be collected as an input. Go to the data model, and when you create a data field or when you manage your existing data field, let's say user input. So there is an option called collect this data field as an input, then a task is created. Just check this box. Now this data field will be asked as an input when you try to create a task. All you have to do is just save. We will also create another field, say customer location, and you can choose the location type. So location is a special type of data field in Zorp which takes both address and lat long. But in this case, you can provide only address or only lat long. The Zorp platform automatically takes care of resolving for the other. Now select this option, collect this data field as an input when task is created, and hit create. Now hit publish for this application to go live. Now we can start creating the task from our dashboard. So along with this option of the link to the mobile apps, we also have this option called create task using dashboard. If you click on this particular option, it takes you to the task creation form. The interesting thing over here is that Zorp automatically generates the form based on which inputs you said need to be provided at the time of task creation. For example, we wanted to collect a customer's location. We also wanted to collect a few inputs. So all of these inputs are available as fields in the task creation form. Now all I have to do is just choose a team, choose a user who needs to work on this task, the time slot at which the task needs to be done, and the address. Now I don't have to provide the latitude and longitude over here because Zorp automatically takes care of resolving this address. Or if I only have the lat long, I can provide the lat long and Zorp takes care of resolving it to the address. Now user input. Alright, I have provided my options and all I have to do is just hit create. Now the task is created and assigned to me, and I will get a notification on my mobile app to start executing this. Along with this option, you also have something called task logs. So task logs is a timeline history of all the things that have been done for a specific task. In this case, we can see that the task is created by me through the dashboard at a specific time. And the task is assigned to this particular user by me at this specific time. When the users start executing the task on their mobile application, you will start seeing more and more details into what has been done to this specific task. One last bit. Task creation through the form is not the only option. Zorp provides a couple of very interesting ways to create tasks. So this can be seen in going to the task tab. Now as usual, we have a single task creation option where I can choose and the form appears. But what we are going to talk about are the other two ones. So one is bulk task creation. Now for each of the workflows you have published, Zorp automatically creates a bulk task provision along with the template. The template will have all the fields that you need to apply for you to create this task in bulk. So all you have to do is take this template, fill up the CSV with all the items that you want to create, and hit upload CSV, upload that CSV, and n number of tasks should be created. The n can be 1,000, hundreds, or even 10,000. Now you may not always want to create this task manually. Sometimes you will want to integrate Zorp with another system and want to create this task automatically. So that's where an API based method of task creation is very helpful. Now again, another interesting fact about this is that Zorp automatically creates the API documentation that you would need to create these tasks. And these are dynamically updated every time you publish the workflow. For example, in the current workflow, which is base workflow, we provided that certain inputs need to be collected at the time of task creation. So you see that in the create new task API, there are a set of inputs that need to be collected along with location. And the system already shows some sample data on how it's supposed to look like. So these are different methods you can actually use to create tasks on Zorp. One last thing before we close is that not only creation of tasks, you have the option to edit, change users, and do several other things on the task view in the dashboard. For example, you can reassign the task to a different user. Currently we have only one user, but you can indeed unassign the task or reassign it to somebody else. You can change the time slot at which the task needs to be done. You can edit the information that you have provided in the task so that the task data gets updated. So that's it. Hope you understood in detail how task creation can happen from web in Zorp, and this is going to be very helpful in cases where you want to initiate the task going from the central team rather than being done by the individual users on the ground.